Hi and welcome to ARCORE Germany, to a new review here on my YouTube channel. And today I have for you a special Armagnac review because we have today the third festival bottling from the independent bottler Grape of the Art. It's a Bas-Armagnac from Marquestau, 25 years old, and I hope you enjoy this review. If you would like some more information to the Domaine Marquestau, some impressions, have a look here to this video review. There I tell a little bit about Marquestau, the domain, show some impressions. So if you want here some background information to Marquestau, then have a look here to this video. And we start with our today's review. And of course we also want to have at this time a short look to the bottle of this festival bottling from Grape of the Art. And this bottling was now the festival bottling for the Armagnac Festival, which took place just a few weeks ago here in Stuttgart. And we have already the third release because we had the first release was a loose Pibous, and the second was the Hontambére. And if you have not seen, by the way, the review from this bottling, from the Hontambére, have a look here. There you will find the review to this festival bottling from Grape of the Art. And yes, we have the Marquestau today. And if you're a little bit familiar with the bottlings from Grape of the Art, you maybe know that they use for their festival bottlings the black background, not a white background. And of course they also had at this time very funny idea in my opinion. So on the label you can find at this time Superman, but instead of the S there's the M here written on the chest from the Superman, because the M stands for Marquestau. If you know the bottlings from Marquestau, you maybe remember that they have also on their logo the big M here, and this is the reason why they had this idea of creating this label. And yes, so very excited of course to try it. We have the further facts and number now from this Armagnac. Yes, it's of course from Marquestau, the festival bottling from Grape of the Art, vintage 1998, bottle in 2024. So this Armagnac is 25 years old. Grape of the Art is the bottler. Bas-Armagnac, we have a single cask bottling from the cask 225. Baco is the grape rarity which was used. 51.7% is the ABV, it's a cask strength. We have a humid cellar in which this Armagnac matured. 70 centiliter is the bottle size. We have in total 310 bottles. There were no additives used and the price was 105 euro. So if you bought it at the festival, I think you paid something around 90 euro, a little bit cheaper there. And unfortunately, I did not make it this year to the Armagnac Festival. I had some, family reasons that I didn't have the chance to come. But of course, it's definitely planned for next year. And then I also hope to see some of you viewers here from my videos and subscribers. And yes, so next year definitely on my list. And of course we start now with the tasting. So a little information before we start now with the tasting. When I put the Armagnac in the glass 20-30 minutes ago and smelled the first time at this Armagnac, I noticed a little clue flavor, but it's not, it's not in a negative way. So it's more something which reminds me a little bit on a rum. So the Armagnac had now some time to breathe, and will be interesting to see now if we can still find this clue or rum influence, or maybe with the oxygen it's a little bit more comfortable. We will find out in a few seconds. But first, before we start with the nosing, of course we want to have a short look at the color. And color-wise we have a very dark color for 25 years. So it's a very intense mahogany color for me, very nice color. And yes, let's start now with the nosing first. Yes, and this flavor, which I just meant, is still a little bit here, not that intense anymore. And for me, it reminds me a little bit on an overripe pineapple. So if you have a pineapple and cut it maybe a little bit too late, so with that I mean that it's overripe, and there you have sometimes a little bit this alcoholic taste, and this is something which I notice here a little bit on the nose. But on the other hand, the typical Bas-Armagnac flavors, vanilla is here, caramel is here, some marzipan. So it's definitely more on the cask side at home. Some more cask flavors, more spiciness here. Also a little bit of some cedar wood is here. But very nice nose, very good. Okay, let's try it. Santé. Yeah, and palate is for me, also very nice finish, but palate is for me the highlight from this Armagnac. More intensity, more spiciness even here, but it starts a little bit sweet and then you get some caramel, you have a little bit more spiciness, then you have some raisins, you get here a little bit of some tobacco, some marzipan is here, and a little bit of some, it's even a little bit like a buttery palate, so very interesting. And also here you can see more on the cask side at home, but yes, very nice with this combination of the sweetness and the spiciness here, which go hand in hand, and this is a very nice combination. And this Armagnac stays here on the line from the nose to the finish. Also in the finish here, spiciness, a little bit some sweetness here, again the caramel is here, some milk chocolate, or well, let's say milk chocolate, dark chocolate, something in between, but a little bit more on the milk chocolate side. Tobacco is again here, and if you like, a little bit of some herbal influence here in the finish. Also still intensity here, very good. Very nice Armagnac, and this is what I really like about this Armagnac, that it stays on this spicy, sweet caramel line, so very good. Yeah, so congratulations, Grape of the Art, another fantastic bottling from you. Of course, we are used to that you always have great and fantastic bottlings, but again, a very, very good Armagnac. And by the way, also for me, a great successor of the Pibous and also of the Hontambére. So if I would have here a ranking between these three, I would say Pibous, the first release from the first festival, was absolutely outstanding. I just had a chance to try it 2-3 weeks ago, and still a big fan of this fantastic Armagnac. I did not make a review to this one. Unfortunately, I started a little bit later with the reviews, but yes, amazing Armagnac. And this one would be second place for me, so in front of the Hontambére. Definitely also very great matured Armagnac for 25 years. So from the flavors, from the aromas, from its identity, the Armagnac could be very good also 10 years older in my opinion. And this means that it had perfect contact here with the wood, also perfect maturation with here in this humid cellar. So maybe this helped also the Armagnac to take more flavors here from the cask. And yes, I'm really impressed from this Armagnac. Also here, as I mentioned already, the beautiful sweetness, spiciness combination here, which this Armagnac has, and that it stays on this line. Of course, you cannot expect here a lot of fruitiness. It's definitely for me more on the cask side. And though it has typical Bas-Armagnac flavors here, very nice flavors. And yes, so congratulations, another great bottling for me. And so when we come here to the points at the end, we have the 22.5 points for the nose. And for me, I mentioned already the highlight was the palate with 23.5 points, finish with 23 points, and also for the overall impression, the 23 points. Because also, by the way, here you have a very fair price in my opinion. You had a chance to buy it for 90 euros at the festival. This was, of course, very cheap offer, and still 105 euro is, in my opinion, a very fair price for this Armagnac. So nothing to criticize here, absolutely nothing. Perfect price, no question, because as I mentioned already, you get here a very old matured Bas-Armagnac in my opinion for 25 years. And that means we have in total 92 fantastic points for this Armagnac from Grape of the Art and Marquestau. Congratulations. And yeah, so if you then had a chance to try it at the festival maybe already, or bought yourself a bottle and yes, tried it then. What is your opinion about this Bas-Armagnac? Leave a comment, would be very happy if you share your experience here with us. And of course, if you like the review today, leave a thumb up and subscribe my channel, completely free, no costs for you, a little bit support for me. And I say thank you very much for watching this review today and have a wonderful and great time, and see you next time here at ARCORE Germany. Bye bye.